I think what draws me into creating large works is really the materiality. When I see objects come together and arranged in a different way, it inspires me. It makes me go, wow, I've never seen this done this way. So I feel it's a challenge to me to look at life in other ways. There's not just one way to look at things. Hi, my name is Hong Yi, also known as Red. That's my nickname. I'm a full-time artist and I have a background in architecture. I use the name Red as my artist name because my friends gave me that nickname when I was working in Shanghai a few years ago. My surname Hong sounds like the word red in Chinese. The transition from being an architect to an artist was, I think, quite a natural one for me. There are overlaps between the both, and I think because of my background in architecture, I'm able to create artwork that are like this. So I think in architecture, I dealt a lot with materials, with buildings, with building drawings, with I think just planning and development, and that translates to how I work on even my proposals today. So yeah, I think it was quite a natural transition for me. So for this piece, I got to know Andrew of the Boba Guys. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, he emailed me and he was like, oh, if you ever come out to San Francisco, let me know. And last year I was out here and I emailed him and I was like, oh, I don't know if Boba Guys is still around, you know, but I'll try to email them. And he was like, yeah, come by. And it was like this, there was a massive line in front of Boba Guys, and you know, they have a lot of stores right now. And we kept in touch, and early this year he let me know that they were going to operate from inside the Asian Art Museum, and Andrew, Wenbin and Dookie, they're the guys involved, and I think I was really honored to be asked to come on board to do a piece for the restaurant in here. So yeah, that's really how it came about. The idea really came from, I guess, Boba Guys being, you know, it's a tea drinking business. So I just decided that I wanted to use a material that related to that, and I've been experimenting a lot with tea leaves. I want to use that as my main material. Yeah, so the idea came from that. I think inspiration really comes from, first of all, I have to sit down and make sure that I produce work. That's the most productive way possible, rather than going out and like looking for inspiration. But also, I think current events, current topics inspire me a lot. I'm trying more and more to create art that's not just visually interesting, but also that communicates an idea or, I guess, an expression. So I think this piece, for example, was really inspired by a diary that my granddad left behind. And he left China in the 50s. He left his first wife and family there, and he moved to Malaysia, where he met my grandma, and he started a whole new life there. So it's really about like migration and the people you meet throughout your life. And in Chinese folklore, butterflies they symbolize lovers. So I think this piece is about the persecution you might face in your home country that might force you out, and you might have to say goodbye to whoever you bonded with at that time. Yeah. I guess the challenges with creating large-scale installations is there's a lot of planning involved. So I guess take the Jackie Chan piece, for example. After discussing ideas with him, I did a quick concept and I guess worked out that I needed about 60,000 chopsticks. And with each bundle of chopsticks, I needed, say, 4 bolts to keep it together and X amount of cables. And I think with that, I had only 2 months to get the installation together. So I had to calculate the amount of work I was involved, and I realized that I couldn't do it by myself. So I had to hire 30 other people to get them involved too. So there's a lot of planning involved, I guess. When it's an installation, costs could go up too. So if it's a commission piece for a client, I think they would have to be prepared to, I think, see the cost if there's certain types of materials involved. So I guess planning and cost could be a bit of a challenge, and transport too. So you can imagine how difficult it is to heave up something like that onto the wall. I think the pieces that have impacted me the most are probably the ones where I really try to engage with my audience and communicate an idea and express an emotion. So I'd say maybe the Jay Chou piece or the Aung San Suu Kyi piece. I don't know if you've seen that one. So that's made of 2,000 dyed carnations. And I guess it talks about purity, it talks about passion for a country, it talks about even bloodshed for a nation. So that probably impacted me the most. I think that election piece, the hope piece, I'd call that is probably one of my more, I think it's going to always be a piece that's going to be dear to me because of what led up to the elections and what happened in Malaysia. And what inspired me was really Shepard Fairey's Obama Hope piece. So I think at that time I thought about a piece that everyone could probably post up to, I guess, to show that, you know, they're holding on to hope as well. But I didn't expect people to use it as their profile photos, you know, to share it, to even put it up on LED screens out in the city. And a couple of people have done that. So it was I think it was really moving for me to see that. But also I think I made it about a week before the elections and I realized why people are doing that, because everyone wants that hope. So yeah, I think it was quite a moving thing to see.